Good day, everyone. My name's Pete, and today we're going to take a look at the guitar parts from Eric Clapton's Layla. A little bit of a background on me. I owned a high-end guitar store in Central Florida for nearly 30 years. We catered to all types of clientele, beginner to professional alike. I also did a lot of instruction. I've had many of our customers over the years ask me to start putting stuff on the internet. And I'm going to start by doing some guitar tutorials and songs and stuff like that. If there's anything in particular you'd like to see, please drop a note in the comments. It doesn't have to be songs either. It can be questions about guitar repairs, amplifiers, effects, maintenance on your guitar, anything. Drop a note down there and let me see some ideas. So Layla starts off in the key of D with our D pentatonic minor scale. The first thing most people think of with Layla is playing in that higher register, and that's great. But my favorite part is actually that opening riff starting on that open A string in the lower register. We play that open A string and do a hammer on from open to the 3rd fret. And then on the 4th string, I'm going to play that open, hammer on to the 3rd fret, and then pull it back off to the open string. Just like that. I'm then going to play the 3rd fret on my 5th string again, and back to the 4th string open. Slow. Up to speed. After that, we play a power chord at the 5th fret on the 5th string and 7th fret on the 4th string. I'm going to play that and slide down one whole step to the 3rd fret. After I do that slide, I'm going to move it down one more step to the 1st fret for a B flat power chord. For the next section, I play the 5th string open to the 3rd fret on the 6th string. Power chord at the 3rd fret of the 5th string. And then those same single notes, 5th string open, 3rd fret of the 6th string, and a power chord at the 5th fret. There's an often overlooked part in that intro. That is a guitar doubling those notes one octave higher. It starts at the 7th fret on the 4th string and a hammer on to the 10th fret. 3rd string, 7th fret, 10th fret, 7th fret. A hammer on and pull off. 10th fret on the 4th string to the 7th fret on the 3rd string. And that note we let ring while the other guitar continues and does the power chord part. Now let's take a look at the part that everyone thinks of when they think Layla. In the higher register, we're actually going to play the same notes we were playing down here, a couple octaves higher. 2nd string, 10th fret, hammer on from that 10 to the 13. 1st string, 10th fret, hammer on to the 13, pull back off to the 10. Then I'm going to play the 13th fret on the 2nd string, back to the 10th fret on the 1st string. When you watch Clapton play it, he usually uses his index finger and his 3rd finger. I've always been real comfortable with my pinky, so sometimes you'll see me do that, but it really doesn't matter. From there, I'm going to bend the 13th fret on my 1st string one step and then back down to the 13th fret. So when I say one step, I mean we're actually looking for the pitch of the note that is 2 frets higher. So when I play this 15, that is the pitch that we would normally like to achieve. And it's very important to play in tune for most of our songs. If you bend to an incorrect pitch, it's just like playing a wrong note. But Clapton often bends flat, especially in his live recordings. So on this song, if we don't quite get that whole step, we're okay. And you can think of Wonderful Tonight, too. That's a great example. That whole step bend, if I really hit that a whole step, I would be getting the pitch of the 16 there. That was a little sharp. He usually doesn't quite make it all the way to that B note. We got to sound more like that. Anyway, back to Layla. And then I'm going to play the 12 on the first string, 13 on the second string, 10 on the first string. The next part is exactly the same, except for the note that we bend is not going to be at the 13th fret. It's going to be a whole step bend at the 15th fret, and then the 15th fret without a bend. That's the part. Now, let's go through the chord changes of Layla. It's an interesting key change. We started off in D pentatonic minor. The key change actually goes down a half step to C sharp minor, or E major, however you want to think about it, same key. It's very common for us to go up a key in a song when we're modulating, to go up a half step or a whole step, but we don't see it quite as often going down. Nevertheless, that's what we do here. We play a C sharp minor chord, which is going to be the 4th fret on the 5th string, 6th fret on the 4th string, 6th fret on the 3rd string, and then the 5th fret on the 2nd string. I actually don't make the bar on this chord and hold down the 1st string. I'm just getting those 4 notes. It's going to go C sharp minor to G sharp minor, back to C sharp minor, and then we're going to play 1 C and 1 D. That C I'm playing at the 3rd fret on the 5th string, and then I have the 5th fret on the 4th string, 5th fret on the 3rd string, and 5th fret on the 2nd string. I just use one finger to cover those. I play that one time, and then I slide it up 2 frets and play that again. Now it's a D chord. And then I hit a big open E. From there, I'm going to have an F sharp minor chord at the 2nd fret, a B chord at the 2nd fret, which is just like my C chord was, except now instead of at the 3rd and 5th fret, I'm down at the 2nd and 4th. E, A, I'm doing a sloppy A there. Back to an F sharp minor, B, E, A. For the final part of Layla, we have that nice interlude where Clapton, we have the piano going. It's really nice. I'm not going to touch that in this lesson, but I will do a part 2. We'll talk about what the guitar actually plays, and then we'll look at a more creative way to incorporate the piano part into that as well. Thanks for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe button. I would sincerely appreciate it. And drop a note in the comments for anything else you'd like to see me do, whether it be another tutorial on a different song, questions about guitars, maintenance, repairs, effects pedals, amplifiers, anything that might be useful to other people watching these videos. Till next time.